Good morning, children. Today, in Social Science and Civics in Class 9, we take up the chapter Working of Institutions. Now, governing a country involves various activities. For example, the government is responsible for ensuring security to all the citizens and is also expected to provide facilities for the well-being of people, welfare of people, education, health, all these what the government does. Several arrangements are made in a modern democracy to attend to these tasks, and these are the arrangements which are known as institutions. And a democracy can work well when all these institutions perform functions which are assigned to them. So it is necessary that they do whatever that they are expected to do. Now, in a democracy, rulers have to work with and within institutions. Three institutions play a key role in major decisions, that is, they play a major role, that is legislature, executive and judiciary. Now, legislature is the main law-making body and amendments. Then we have the executive, which is implementing decisions after they are taken. And judiciary is responsible for justice. It administers justice to all people in the country. So we see that how it is necessary that these whatever tasks that they have been assigned, that they perform it well so that the people can be satisfied and the people can be looked after well enough. Now we see that what is you can say the process of taking a major policy decision. That is, a policy may be made, it can also be put into effective order also. But if people are not satisfied with it, there can also be a scope for protest against that order. And sometimes it also is settled in a legal manner. So we see that a major policy decision is taken through a government order. And that government order is what we call as office memorandum. So it is the issuing of a government order, which is known as office memorandum. Now this is actually a written direction on an issue signed by a government authority. That means some person who has been given that authority to sign that order, which is what we call as the office memorandum. Sometimes there may be protest because of disagreement, because people do not agree with it. There may be debates in the media regarding different views that people hold. Then there can also be an appeal to stop implementation of that order. That means like there are some people or associations who are not happy with the order, or they are not satisfied with the order, so they can file a case against the order also. And in that case, the court's intervention and modification in the order. So there may be a case sometimes like this also. That is, so Supreme Court or High Courts examine the constitutional validity of the order and may order some modification if there is some kind of violation or any violation of the constitution actually. So this is the process of taking a major policy decision. Now, who are the decision makers in our country? At the head, we have the president. President is the head of the state and is the highest formal authority in the country. Then, after that, we have the prime minister, who is the head of the government. And he's the head of the government. He exercises all government powers. He takes most of the decisions in cabinet meetings. Time to time, meetings are held of the cabinet, and it is important because so many things have to be done. He's heading all the cabinet meetings. He coordinates work of all the different departments, and his decision is final. Then, in case of a disagreement between the departments, then there's a general supervision of the different ministries also. He can distribute and redistribute the work to his ministers. So there are various powers, functions that he is performing in the interest of the people. Then we have the parliament. The parliament, it consists of two houses. These two houses are, which are Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Now, Lok Sabha is composed of elected representatives of the people. And the Prime Minister must have support of a majority of his members. And Rajya Sabha represents the interest of the states and the union territories in the country. Now, we see that there is, we talked of opposing government decisions. That is, even if the government has decided and sent an office memorandum, there may be times when people are not in agreement with it, and there may be objection to it also. So that is there is provision for that as also. If some people or associations are not satisfied by an order by the government and there is a dispute, there may be a time when a case can be filed in the High Court or the Supreme Court. Now, if we take an example, that some persons or associations filed a case in Supreme Court against the decision of the government of 27% reservation of government jobs for the socially and economically backward classes, that is the SEBC. Now, when this happened, it was discussed for so many years, and finally it was the Supreme Court that settled the matter. So we see that the government plays a major role. In fact, that is, the legislature also plays its own role, executive plays its own role, and judiciary also plays its own role in their own respective domains. So government is responsible for seeing that people are safe and secure, that they are looked after well, that they receive education, health for all people. All these are the things that we expect a government to perform. And this is the major duty of a government. Thank you.